हेलो एवरीवन, कैसे हो आप लोग। तो iQuanta आपके लिए प्रोवाइड कर रहा है द फास्टेस्ट सॉल्यूशन ऑफ कैट 2025 स्लॉट 1 क्वांट प्रॉब्लम्स। ऑल द क्वेश्चंस दैट वी हैव टिल नाउ वी हैव ट्राइड टू गैदर देम एंड जो भी हैं जो लैंग्वेज है जो जहाँ तक याद रहा है लोगों को उसकी बेसिस पे ऑल दो क्वेश्चंस और आंसर्स सारे ही ऑथेंटिक हैं। तो डिस्कस करते हैं इन क्वेश्चंस को। First question, in a class there were more than 10 boys and a certain number of girls. 40% of girls and 60% of boys left the class. The remaining number of class was 8 more than the remaining boys. Then it says, find the minimum possible number of students initially in the class. So what do we have? Number of boys, number of girls. Number of boys is greater than 10. So 40% of the girls, 60% of the boys left. So what do we get? If total number of boys is B, then 0.4 B boys are left. If number of girls is G, then 60% are left. And if we subtract this, then this is equal to 8. Now what we can say, if you multiply by 5 on both sides, then we get 3G minus 2B is equal to 40. Right? This is what we need to do. This is how we need to solve it. Now, 3g, how do we get the first integral value? 3g is equal to 40 plus 2b. So, to get the integral values, if we think about that, if I take b minimum as 1, then this becomes 42, then this will be equal to 14. But remember, now the coefficient of g is 3, b is 2, and the sign is opposite, so both of these values, the values of b will increase with the coefficient of g, that is 3. The value of g will increase with the coefficient of b, positive, that is 2. So next value, this will be 4, right? And this will be 16. But again, one thing, we need to find, we know that 40%, that is 2 by 5, is integer. 3 by 5 is integer in case of this. So b and g both should be multiple of 5, right? So how soon we can get this multiple of 5? So if I try to make this multiple of 5, this will become 20. So twice we have jumped 2 coefficients, so this will be 4 plus 6, that is equal to 10. 10 and 20 is one of the possibilities, right? But number of boys is greater than 10, so this is not possible. This is not possible. Now next value. The next value that I can get in case of multiple of 5. See, if you increase it by 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, next value that is multiple of 5 will be 25 here. If you increase it by multiple of 3, so how many times we have jumped here? Coefficient of 3, 3 into 5. So we will jump 2 into 5 and we get this as 30. Now 25 and 30, this is possible. You can recheck the value as well. If you remove 40% from here, you get 18, right? And if you remove 60% of here, you get 10. The difference is 8. This is the smallest value. And the answer for this question is 55. Then comes this second question, a set of consecutive odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, 57. There is number k such that the sum of the numbers less than k equals to those more than k. So what do we know? These are odd numbers. Okay, answer for this question is option D, which is 41. So the concept that we are going to use here, that how many numbers are there? So 57 plus 1 by 2, there are 28 odd numbers, right? And their sum, the total sum will be equal to, not 28, 57 plus 1, 58 by 2, that is 29. So this will be 29 square, that is equal to 841. Sum of first n odd number is equal to n square, right? So in case of 841, we need to take one number. Before that, sum of all the numbers is equal to after those numbers. So in that case, it's preferable that you check the options. If you check the options and divide it by 2. So basically, we have situation like this: x, this number y, and then x, right? So if I subtract this y, divide this by 2, now these numbers will be 1, 3, 5, 7 till some value. So this should be a perfect square, right? This should be a perfect square. This x should be a perfect square. And so this x should also be a perfect square. So what we need to do, 841 minus y by 2 should be a perfect square. First of all, if you check, only 41 fits here. So 41 fits here means the number 41 is in between. And before that, we have 1 to 39. 1 to 39 all odd numbers. How many odd numbers? 20. Sum will be 20 square, which is 400, then 41, then the rest of the numbers, their sum will be 400. Answer is 41. Question number 3, the number of non-negative integer values of k for which the quadratic equation x square minus 5x plus k is equal to 0 has only integer roots, nothing else, and we need to find non-negative integer, means k is greater than equal to 0. If k is greater than equal to 0, we can take k is equal to 0, or k will be positive. If k is positive, means product of roots is positive. That means either both the roots are positive or both the roots are negative, right? But the product will always be same. So basically, we need to break 5 into 2 roots such that their product is either positive or 0. Only 3 cases are possible, right? So these will be the values of k can be 0 or 4 or 6. That's it. So answer for this question was 3. Now we are going to put all the video solution in proper format once again when we get the response sheet. Okay, then we will have all the questions with proper language in correct format. Question number 4, it says n is a 3-digit number with non-zero and distinct digits. Non-zero and distinct digits. None of the 3 digits is a perfect square and only one of the digit is a prime number. Find the number of factors of a smallest such number possible. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are the digits, single digits that we can fill in this 3-digit number, right? Now it says non-zero. So remove the 0, all the perfect square digits. Remove 1, 4, 9, smallest such number. So I can take 2 here, right? Doesn't make sense taking anything greater than 2. Now I cannot take any other prime digit. I cannot take 3, I cannot take 5. So next number, that is 6. Again, I cannot take 7. Only one digit is prime. So next will be 8. What is 268? That is 2 square into 67. What will be the number of factors of this number? So 2 plus 1, 3, 1 plus 1, 2. That is equal to 6. And that was the answer of this question. Question number 5, it says a cafe has 5 different types of sandwiches. Each sandwich, a person choose one of 4 types of bread, 2 different types of portion, small or large. A person can select up to 2 sauces from 6 available sauces. The number of ways in which an order can be placed for a sandwich. So basically 5 different kind of sandwiches. Let's say chicken sandwich, mutton sandwich, paneer sandwich, egg sandwich, veg sandwich. These are the 5 varieties of sandwich. So I can choose any of these varieties, and for each variety I can choose any of the 4 different types of bread. You can say multigrain bread, right? Wheat bread and all the different. So we have 4 options for the bread. Then size, small or large. So any of those 2. But now this makes it very interesting that out of 6 available sauces, you can select maximum up to 2 sauces. So what we can say, number of ways of selecting these sauces, out of 6 I can choose no sauces at all, right? And then out of 6 I can select 1, and out of 6 I can select 2. So this will be equal to 40 into 6C1 is 6, 6C0 is 1, 6C1 is 6, and this is 15, which is 22, and this will become 880. And that's the answer of this question. Question number 6, number of distinct integer n for which log n square minus 7s plus 11 to the base 1 by 4 is greater than 0. Now this was a really good question. We have log n square minus 7n plus 11 to the base 1 by 4 is greater than. Can I write this as log 1 to the base 1 by 4? Because log 1 of any base is 0. Base should be positive, not equal to 1. Now, as the base is less than 1, what do we say? N square minus 7n plus 11 should be less than 1. Or n square minus 7n plus 10 is less than 0. Or this can be written as n minus 2 into n minus 5 is less than 0. So what do we know? Wavy curve method, 2 and 5. If you take values of n greater than 5, it will be positive, negative here and positive here. So basically, n should be between 2 to 5. So integral values of n that we are getting is 3 and 4. But there is a twist in this question. Now we know that in case of log x to the base a, x should be positive also, right? X should be positive. If you put n is equal to 3 here, what do you get? 9 minus 21 plus 11, which is equal to, as you can see, minus 1, right? This is not positive, so this is not applicable. If I put n is equal to 4, 16 minus 28 plus 11, that is also minus 1. So again, this is also not applicable, right, guys? So none of these values are valid. So answer for this question is option A, that is 0. And every type of options was given 1, 2, 3. This was a big trap. That's why we always discuss during the class that whenever you are getting solutions for log, you should always recheck by putting those values in the expression. Now this was a very interesting question. In this question it says A, B and C can complete a task alone in 24, 21 and 15 days respectively. They are paid 2160, 2400 and 2160 for the work per day or for the partial day. Even someone is working for a partial day, they are getting paid full amount for the full day. What is the minimum amount a person has to pay to get the task completed in 10 days or less? On a particular day, a worker may or may not be employed. Means it's not necessary for all three to work together, right? Or any particular individual to work. So this is what we are going to do. A takes 24 days, B takes 21 days, and C takes 15 days. Total work, we can take LCM of these three, which is equal to 840. So 840 by 24 is 35. 840 by this is 40, and 840 by 15, this is 56. 35 units per day, 40 units per day, and 56 units per day. Now this guy is taking 2160 for this. This guy is taking 2400 for this. This guy is taking 2160 for this. Now definitely this guy is cheaper, right? This guy is cheaper with respect to the other two by big amount. So what we can say, this guy must be working for 10 days. So 560 units done. What should be the remaining work? So 840 minus 560, that is equal to 280 units to be done. Now in these two, which one is cheaper? See, for this per unit work, he is taking 60 rupees, 2400 by 40. 35 into 60 is 2100 exactly. It's a little bit more than that. So this value is 61 point something. So this guy is costlier than this guy, right? So we need to use this guy for the rest of the work. So 280 by 40, that will take 7 days. So what should be the total amount? This guy is working for 10 days, so 21600. This guy is working for 7 days, so 6400 into 7, and that gives us 400 and 38. This was in the option, as I remember, 38400, and that's the answer. Question number 8, share of A, 120 rupees each, B, 90 rupees each, C, 150 rupees each. Total 3300 was spent. So what we can say, 120A plus 90B plus 150C is equal to 3300, right? And then it was given that there were 10 shares of A and total 30 shares were purchased. Means B plus C is equal to 20. And if this is 10, we can say 90B plus 150C. This is 1200. This will become 1200, so that is 2100, correct? So 2100 is left, and B plus C is 20. How do we make this? How do we solve this? So in that case, we multiply it by 150 because we need to find B. So 150B, and this will become 150C. Is this into 150, which is nothing but 3000. If you subtract this, B will be cancelled out. 60B is equal to 900, or B is equal to 15. That's the answer of this 8th question. Question number 9. Question number 9, it says 1 lakh was invested in stocks, bonds and gold. Investment in bonds is 25% of gold. Returns on stock, bonds and golds are 10%, 6% and 8% respectively. If total return is 8200, then returns from bonds. What was the total returns from bonds? See, what do we have? in case of stocks, in case of bonds, in case of gold. Okay, and if I say this value is 4x, then this value is x, 25% of this. Let's say this value is y. What's the return here? 10%, 6%, and 8%. What's the overall return? 8200. So what we can say that 10y, right? So 0.1y plus 0.06x plus 0.08 into 4x. So this will become 0.32x. 0.32x is equal to 8200, correct? Or can we simplify this? We can multiply it by 10, or what we can do? Although I remember the answer was what, 900 rupees. Okay, we just need to solve this. Total value y plus 5x is equal to 1 lakh, right? So let's y plus 5x is equal to 1 lakh. This is the value, and total return. Okay, let's multiply it by 100 only. This will become 10y plus 6x plus 32x is equal to 820000, means 8,20,000. If we simplify this, this will become 10y plus 38x is equal to this value. Although during exam I was able to solve this in much easier way, but here there is some issue. Y plus 5x is equal to 1 lakh. So multiplied by 10, right? Multiplied by 10. So 10, this will become 50, this will become this. This is cancelled out. 12x is equal to 10 lakh minus 8,20,000, means 1,80,000. So from there we get x is equal to 15,000. If x is equal to 15,000, this is equal to 15,000, and 15,000 6%. 1% is 150, 6% is 900, right? Question number 10, the side of a rhombus side is 36 and area is 396. The difference between the lengths of the diagonal. Now this was a very popular question. This question was done again and again because this similar question was asked in CAT 2021 or 22, as I remember. If this is x, this is y. In rhombus, the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. This is 36, right? This will also be x, this will also be y. What we can say that x square plus y square will be 36 square, that is 1296. Also, the area of any rhombus is half into product of diagonals, and that is equal to 396. So 2xy is equal to 396. We need to find the difference, meaning x minus y. Can I say x square plus y square minus 2xy? So this minus this, that will be equal to 900, or x minus y whole square is equal to 900, which is nothing but 30 square. So x minus y will be equal to 30. If x minus y is 30, what are the difference in diagonals? 2x minus 2y, that will be equal to 60. And that's your answer for this question. Question number 11, it says a shopkeeper gives a discount of 22% on the mark price of each chair. He also gives 13 chairs to a customer for a discounted price of 12 chairs. And despite of this, his profit is 26%. If cost price of each chair is 100, then mark price of each chair is. So what do we know? If my selling price is 26% more than cost price, we can directly use this relation that we have done in this profit loss topic again and again, that SP upon CP is return upon investment. Return upon investment in second case, return upon investment in third case, and so on. So SP is 126, CP is 100. Return in the first case, when discount is 22%, means 78 is the return when 100 is invested. Return 13 and 12, so 12 chairs is, we are getting return 12 chairs when invested 13, right? So the ratio and the mark price of each chair. Mark price means whatever we are investing, 100 we are investing, and the mark price is M. So 13 into 6, this is 72, and 6 into 21, right? So what are we getting? m will be equal to 21 into 100. This 100 will be cancelled out upon 12. So this is 4 into 3, and this is 7, and this is 25 times. So we are getting 175. That's your answer. We can also solve it using a different way. Like what is the amount that this guy is getting? Total he is selling 13 chairs. So 13 into 100. That is, he is giving 1300. This is the total cost price, right? And what he is getting in return? So 12 into 126, total 26%. So total return that he is getting is 1300 into 1.26. This will be our total selling price, correct? Now, mark price, if I discount this, then this should be this value, total CP, total SP. So from there, you get the value of MP per chair. Total MP, whatever is given, and from there you will get same value, which is 175. Question number 12. This was one of the easiest question that was asked in CAT. So it says 2a plus 3b minus 3c is equal to what when these two are given. Now you can very easily notice that 3b minus 3c minus 6b plus 6c. So if I multiply this by 2, what are we getting? 12a plus 6b minus 6c is equal to 100, and this will become a minus 6b plus 6c is equal to 4. Add these two. So what are we getting? 13a, these two will be cancelled out, is equal to 104, or a is equal to 8. If a is equal to 8, this will become 48. So 3b minus 3c will become 2. This is 2, and this will become 8 into 2, 16. So 16 plus 2, that is equal to 18, right? Option D. I am solving this quickly so that you can just review all the answers and your method quickly. You don't have to invest much time. 13th, a principal becomes 13,816 in 3 years and 18,900 in 6.5 years by simple interest. These values could be a little bit up and down. If interest is compounded half yearly, then interest after 2 years is closest to. This was one of the most calculative questions that you will ever face in CAT. And the options were very, very close, very, very close. So I'm just directly going to tell you the answer. According to these values that I remember, the answer is 3200. Okay, the answer is 3200. Method we will discuss when we get this question properly with all the correct values. Okay, otherwise using these values, very, very calculative. The number of distinct pairs of integers x, y satisfying the inequalities x greater than y greater than equal to 3, x plus y less than 14. Now this was not a difficult question, but yes, you had to take the cases like y and x. See, y I can take minimum 3. So x I can take maximum 11, right, starting with 4. Not 11, 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. How many values? 7 values. 10 plus 3, 13. If I take y is equal to 4, 14 minus 4 is 10. So a maximum I can take is 9. Minimum 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5 such values. If I take y is equal to 5, then minimum 6 and maximum 8. So 6, 7, 8. There are 3 possible values. If I take this 6, then this will be only one value, which is 7. No further values for x and y. So total 7 plus y, 5 plus 4. 16 such pairs are possible. Question number 15. A 200-liter container is completely filled with water and acid, which has 30% acid initially. A tool replaces 20% solution with water, and then 10% of new solution is replaced with acid, and then again 15% of the solution is replaced with water. 3-step method, right? These are the type of questions that CAT is asking in recent years on average mixture alligation. Find the approximate percentage of acid in the container after these 3 processes. So answer was option B, which is 27. If you want to understand, see what is happening, that initially it has 30% acid, right? So out of 30% acids, 20% are removed. So what are we left with? Multiply this by 0.8, you are left with 20%, 24% acid, 76% water. Now out of 76% water, 10% is replaced with acid. So now this will decrease by 10%, right? So 76 minus 7.6. So this will become 76 minus 8 is 66. So 66.4%. Now if this is 66.4%, the acid will be 33.6%. Now again 15% is removed. So 33.6 into 85% is left. Now multiply these two. This value is very close to 27. 15%, 10% is 3.36. 5% is half of this, which is 1 point what? 150 and 18, 168. So this will be 4 and this will be 90. This will be 5, 5.04. If you subtract 5, you are getting how much? 5. Okay. 3. So this is 28.6. Okay. Some calculation, I think some calculation to be done here. Some calculation mistake must have I done above. But the answer is, guys, answer is 27. The method is also correct. So, okay. This should be 68, right? 8. This should be 68.4, and then it was 31.6, correct? And then 15% of this 31.6. If you remove 50%, you get 27. Let me check it by calculator. That's why sometimes you need to use the calculator. 31.6 minus 15%. I did plus 31.6 minus 15%. 26.86. Question was the nearest integer. That was 27, right? 16. In a parallelogram PQRS, 3 consecutive vertices PQRS are given. This diagonal QS cuts through axis on A. See, so in that case, it really helps if you draw the diagram P minus 3, 2. So minus 3, 2 here somewhere P. And then Q is 0, minus 1, minus 5. So this is P here, 1, minus 5 here. And then we have R, which is 9, 1 here. So P, Q, and R. Okay, S will be somewhere here, right? This will be S. Now it says this SQ is cutting x-axis at point A. We need to find this value A, right? How do we solve this? So first of all, what we need to understand here, that we join these two diagonals, okay? First, we need to find the value of S. This is how we solve it. Oh, okay, this is not going through. All right, now it's going through, okay? So somewhere, this will be the intersection of diagonals. What will be the intersection of diagonals? See, this point is given minus 3, minus 2. This point is given, which is 9, 1. So 9 plus minus 3, 6 by 2, that is, this will be 3. And then 1 minus 2, this will be minus 0.5, correct? So from there, if Q is given, which is 1 minus 5, we can 5S. So if SXY, so x plus 1 by 2 is 3, so this will be 5. Then y minus 5 by 2 is minus 0.5, so this will be 6, I guess, not 6, 4. 4 minus 5 by 2. So 5, 4. How do we find this? Now forget about this diagonal, right? Now we got this vertex, we need to find A. See, the slope of this should be same as slope of these two or these two. This line will have same slope. So how do we find the slope? y2 minus y1, 4 minus 5, so 4 upon 4 plus 5, 5 minus 1, 4 should be equal to, this is A0, correct? So 0 minus 5, 5 upon A minus 1. This is what we are looking for, right? So this will be this will be 9, so 9A minus 9 is equal to 20, or A is equal to 20 by 9, 29 by 9. That was the correct answer. So almost every question which was not sitter was something like this, that if you put some time, you will be able to solve it. Minimum value of this was given as fx, just to complicate the question, is greater than maximum value of gx for what value of c. So what do we know? If a is greater than 0, then we get minimum value of ax square plus bx plus c as c minus b square by 4a. And when a is less than 0, we get maximum value of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to c minus b square by 4a. Same thing, same expression, right? Nothing else. So now in this case, minimum value of this, what will be the minimum value of this? C is 8c here minus b square is 16c square by 4 should be greater than. Now c is here minus 2c and minus minus plus and 3 square is 9c square by 4. So from there we get 10c is greater than 25c square by 4, or what we can say 40c is greater than 25c square, or 40, this is 8 times, this is 5 times, bring it this side or this side. So we can say c, take c common, 5c minus 8 is less than 0. So what will happen? 0, 8 by 5. This expression will be negative in this range. So c should be between 0 to 8 by 5. The option, the only option that comes in between. Although the framing of the question was different, that for what value of c, it started with this, for what value of c, minimum value of this will be greater than maximum value of this. Okay? So in that case, only one option was correct, which is option A. Question number 18, in a circle with radius 4 root 2. Although I don't remember this question correctly, and I think there is some problem, although this is very, very calculating, but I will tell you not the answer, how to solve it. There are two parallel chords AB and CD separated by the diameter and the perpendicular lengths from the center to these chords, and they are in the ratio 3:2 respectively. If the angle made by the chord AB on the center is 45 degree, then find the area of the quadrilateral ABCD. And there are 4 options, and all the 4 options were in the form of A into B plus root C. All the 4 options. So you had to do some work here. Now what's given? Let me explain you. This is the center. Okay. Now this is AB. This is CD. This AB makes 45 degree angle on the center. Now AB is parallel to CD, that is also given. Okay, separated by diameter, that means on different regions, right? Now it was given that this distance, if this distance is 2k, then this distance is 3k. That's it. This was given. This was very calculative. Okay, I tried to solve it, but there was so many calculations, so I thought there must be some mistake in the question that we got. Maybe I did not remember this properly, right? तो होती है गलतियाँ थोड़ी बहुत तो यहाँ से एक चीज़ तो ये कर सकते हैं कि ये 4√2 गिवन है, और मे बी दिस वाज 6√2 एज आई सेड, मुझे ढंग से ये वाला तो याद नहीं है, तो कोसाइन फॉर्मूला लगा के cos A is equal to b square plus c square minus a square upon 2bc, we can find this length. When we find this length, we can find this length because this is perpendicular, and then we can find this length. So from there we will be able to find this length, right? Now so far this is the method that we have, but I am sure there must be some better method when we get the proper question, right? So for now this is all about this question, and this is all about all the questions that we have from slot 1. Okay, so I hope that you solved most of these questions, right? And you are expecting really good scores. All the best guys, मिलते हैं बहुत ही जल्दी सारे सॉल्यूशंस के साथ, सारे क्वेश्चंस के साथ. ओके, थैंक यू, बाय बाय.